Welcome, everyone. I think this is actually working. I think we're on the air. Welcome to our test stream of AFTV2, our first test stream. How about that? So it does seem like we're on the air. That's good. That's progress that we're on the air. Let me just see if I can hear us. That's progress. I can hear myself on my phone. That's wonderful. Okay, this is excellent. Good. And we are, let's see here. Hang on one second here. This is going to be a little confusing for me. All right, let's do it. Hang on one second here. I'm just, it's a little bit of a different setup just for the time being because the channels are a little bit different. All right, we'll try it this way. Hold on one second here. So this is AFTV2, and some of you have heard about this and some of you have not, and I haven't officially announced it. If this stream goes okay technically, then I'll probably do a stream tomorrow announcing it. And the basic idea of this channel is it's a channel to allow us to cover some news that we wouldn't normally cover on agenda-free TV. So I'll explain more about that when I do the announcement. But basically, agenda-free TV, there's a certain kind of story we cover, focus on the bigger breaking news stories. But there's often other stories that come up that I'd like to cover, they're not really agenda-free TV stories. So I just got this idea that it might be fun to have another channel where we could do some more news coverage of some different kinds of stories, rather than forcing stories on the people who subscribe to agenda-free TV, who are kind of used to one, signed up for one kind of story. So, and then this story right here that I want to talk a little bit about tonight, this is, we wouldn't cover this on agenda-free TV. Why? Well, we're talking about two possible hurricane threats. Neither of these systems is even a tropical depression yet. So, if on agenda-free TV, we don't normally start covering a storm unless it's, say, at least a tropical storm. Whereas we have two systems out there that might threaten the U.S. and I think are interesting to talk about, but they're not even tropical depressions yet. So this is an example of a story that I think is interesting. I'd like to do some coverage of, but it just wouldn't be right for agenda-free TV. So that's why I'm in the process of creating this second channel, AFTV2, if that makes sense. So we'll do this stream. The channel's not monetized yet, obviously. You have to have a certain number of watch hours and subscribers to get monetized. Once we start doing streams, that'll happen eventually. It shouldn't take too long. But for now, obviously, the channel's not monetized. But we'll, my plan is to just, as stories come up that I want to cover on this channel, to just cover them here. But we will be doing I think what I'm gonna do is I'll probably go on agenda-free TV and actually do a stream where I announce this stream. That seems to make the most sense, to actually introduce the other channel. I hope people's notifications worked, and that you got notified about this. I got a notification, so apparently the notifications are working, because I got one. I got an email notification. Okay, that's good. I do want to say thank you to, is Frank Schools already complaining? Frank, I'm timing you out. Frank Schools is already complaining about the background. Can't even wait. We've been on the air for a test stream for 5 minutes, and Frank Schools is already complaining about the background. It's amazing. And I want to say a quick thanks. Some moderators from the other YouTube channel, Agenda Free TV, have volunteered to moderate over here as well. The moderating will probably be pretty similar to what it's like in Agenda Free TV. So for right now, we're just having some of the YouTube moderators for Agenda Free TV who want to moderate for this channel moderate as well. So I really do appreciate, people don't have to moderate for both channels, but YouTube channels, but if they want to, they can let me know. But Havasumam, Curly Q, Misha, or Stasi, and some others have volunteered to mod. So, and if you are, Mark Helton too, who I actually need to make a mod. Next time he posts something and I see it, I'll make him a moderator. And then there he is. So, but if any of the YouTube mods for Agenda Free TV want to moderate for this channel, you are free to. Just let me know, but no biggie if you don't. That's up to you. Okay. All right. So, now another thing that I'm trying on this channel, and this is a test stream. We haven't done a stream on this channel, so I'm going to report on this story, but also I'm trying to make sure the channel works before officially announcing it. So another thing I'm trying here, which is it just occurred to me as we were coming on the air. So I don't know. It's possible I won't be able to do this. So I don't know with this channel. I don't know. It's possible that I will actually post these live streams on the Agenda Free TV Facebook and the Agenda Free TV Periscope. I might do it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So I don't mind if, in theory, if these broadcasts show. I don't need two Facebook channels. I don't need two Periscope channels, but we do need two YouTube channels for the reasons I will discuss more tomorrow probably. But we may end up doing at least some of these broadcasts, sending them out at the same time to the Facebook Agenda Free TV channel and the Periscope Agenda Free TV channel. I'll just have to figure that out. I just haven't figured it out yet. So and Twitch as well. So, but on tonight's stream, it's just going out to YouTube. And since it's only going out to YouTube, I can do this thing where I lower the latency of the chat. Basically, since this is only going out to YouTube tonight, I can make it so that I see your chat messages faster. The problem is, if I change that setting and we're going out to multiple platforms, then you start getting spinning circles. So under normal circumstances, when I'm going out to multiple platforms at once, I can't do that thing I did for this stream where I'm able to reduce the chat delay between when somebody posts a message and when I see it, and vice versa. So that is happening for this stream, but if we end up going out to other platforms, I probably won't be able to do that. So I just won't know. I need to figure out what to do about the Facebook and the Periscope, and whether I don't want to post too many things on Facebook and Periscope, but I think people might be okay with it on Facebook and Periscope and Twitch. So I might just end up going out to all the platforms. Okay, now let's see. All right, and thanks for all of you guys who are in the chat room right now, all of our viewers. If you notice anything acting weird with this channel, please let me know. That would be great, because it's a new channel. And I'm glad some people like the background. Let's see. And thanks, Jeff, for everybody with your kind remarks in the chat room. I appreciate that. But feel free to send feedback. But really, it should be, at least at the start, I'm anticipating the broadcasts will be pretty similar to Agenda Free TV. The idea is really just to have another place to do some stories and do some coverage that we wouldn't be able to do on Agenda Free TV, because we only do certain types of stories there. Okay. All right, so let's get started. So I'm just going to do this stream, and we'll carry on as usual, and hopefully it works. Okay, so I want to talk about this. There are actually 2 hurricane threats right now to the U.S. Now, neither of them is a tropical depression yet. They're both called invests. One's called Invest 97, one called Invest 98. And an invest is a area of weather that is being watched closely, because there's concern it might develop into something stronger, like a tropical depression. Actually, if I show you here, invest weather definition, Invest in meteorology, short for investigative area, is a designated area of disturbed weather that is being monitored for potential tropical cyclone development. Okay? So right now there are these are two invests. These are areas that the National Hurricane Center is watching. And first of all, there's a significant chance each of them will develop into a tropical depression. A tropical depression is a tropical cyclone with winds below 38. When the winds get above 38, it's a tropical storm. When the winds get, was it 38 or 39? Maybe it's 39. I think it's winds below 39. When the wind, I think it's when it hits 39, it's a tropical storm. When the wind hits 74, it's a hurricane. But both of these have significant chances of becoming a tropical depression and then maybe eventually a hurricane. Also, we're going to show you this, but there are some forecast models that are already predicting where these two things are going to go. Now, of course, there's a lot of uncertainty because these things are still out in the ocean and a bit far from the United States. But there are some models that predict that these two areas, these two weather disturbances, will become hurricanes and end up impacting the U.S. We don't know. Neither of them might impact the U.S. It's possible neither of them will become a hurricane. But there's two possible hurricane threats right now for the U.S. So I want to talk about this for a second. Okay. Oh, and also in terms of, somebody just mentioned video quality. Let's see here. So the default video quality that I was watching was 480, and I just set it to 1080. So if you're watching on YouTube, which is the only place you'd be watching this, you might want to check your video quality. It might be stuck on 480 when you can boost it up to 1080. And that, when you have a new channel, stuff, it's possible that once this channel is on for a while, it won't go to 480. Also, I noticed that when I set this event up, there was no preview on the channel page. That's just because it's a new channel. That'll eventually happen. Okay. All right, so there are these two systems, and I want to show you, first of all, what the formation chances for the two systems. So this is, you can see here, let's see if I can get this up here on the air. Disturbance number 1, 40% chance of cyclone formation in 48 hours. A cyclone is a tropical depression or a tropical storm or a hurricane. So it would first be a tropical depression. A tropical wave located over the eastern Caribbean Sea is producing a large area of cloudiness and disorganized thunderstorms, along with strong gusty winds on the north side of the disturbance. Significant development of the storm is unlikely during the next day or so, while it moves quickly westward at about 20 miles an hour across the eastern and central Caribbean Sea. Caribbean Sea. It's Caribbean Sea, right? Or is it Caribbean Sea? Boy, oh boy, I have to look this up. I know you say the Caribbean, but I'm used to saying Caribbean Sea. Let's look up the definition in a dictionary and see how they pronounce it. Caribbean Sea. Doesn't even say. Maybe it's Caribbean Sea. I'm used to saying Caribbean Sea. Collins Dictionary. I can't find a pronunciation. It's either, I think. Caribbean. It's either. Either is correct. Either is correct. Okay. All right. Oh, by the way, I want to say a quick thanks. Meg H. made a donation. She made it through the PayPal, through agendafree.tv. Thank you, Meg H. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so anyways, sorry, I interrupted for pronunciation stuff. So, but we were talking about this disturbance here. And it says significant development of the system is unlikely during the next day or so. After that time, after a day or so, the wave is forecast to move slowly west-northwestward and a tropical depression is likely to form late this week. Look at this. So look at the bottom there. I want to see the bottom. It says, the last two lines say formation chance through 48 hours, medium 40%. Formation chance through 5 days, high 80%. So there is an 80% chance that this disturbance will become a tropical depression, which is the first step on the way to a hurricane, within 5 days. 80% chance. 40% chance within 2 days. 80% chance within 5 days. As to where it's going to go, we'll look at that in a second. But it is forecast to possibly impact the United States. That's that one. Now look at this one. 90% chance of becoming a tropical cyclone. Will start as a tropical depression in 48 hours. Let's see here. Environmental conditions are conducive for further development, and a tropical depression is expected to form during the next day or two while the system moves generally west-northwestward at 15-20 miles an hour across the central and western portions of the tropical Atlantic. So 90% chance of becoming a tropical depression. That's the first of, you have tropical depression, then tropical storm, then hurricane. They're all tropical cyclones. So 90% chance of becoming a tropical depression in the next 48 hours, and this one has an 80% chance of becoming a tropical depression in the next 5 days. Okay? So that's those two. But now what I want to do is, you might say, okay, well, they might get stronger and become a tropical depression. Where are they going? Where are they supposed to go? So to see where they're going to go, where they might go, you can go to Tropical Tidbits and see, it says current storms, and remember, in invest means an area of interest, an investigative area, an area that the weather people are looking at because they think it might become possibly a hurricane or or at least a tropical depression. So 97 invest and 98 invest. So let's look at these two. 97 invest. Okay, this is the one. Now let's look at a spaghetti model diagram. Here you go. This is that first one. Now, there are not many, this is from Tropical Tidbits, and what this is just a bunch of different models where they say this system is going to go. But what you can see is 2 of the 5 models on this spaghetti diagram, this one has it going up and making and impacting in about 5 days or so, or 6 days, on the Florida Panhandle or Alabama. This model has it going into the Gulf of Mexico in 5 days. So, look, we're way out here. This is, you can see the hours. This is 120 hours. There's a ton of uncertainty with this. A couple of the models have it going down here. But there is a non-negligible chance that this strengthens into a tropical depression, perhaps a tropical storm, perhaps a hurricane, and gets into the Gulf of Mexico. You can see it's not a crazy outcome for that to happen. So that's that first one. That's the first one. Okay? And then let's look at, that's Invest 97L. And now let's look at the second one. The second one's a bit farther away. Now look at this. This is concerning. Look at that. Invest 98L model track guidance. So this is a spaghetti diagram. This is a spaghetti diagram of this disturbance currently in the ocean, which is forecast to become a tropical depression in the next 48 hours. Now, of course, we could look at this a day from now, and the past could be different. But that's a lot of different models predicting that this storm will, in about, this is like 7 days or 6 days away. In 6 days, will be right near Florida. So That, again, these things change, but that's certainly concerning. So that's two different possible hurricane threats, and I'm going to show you, or at least tropical storm threats, and I'll show you what the predictions are for how strong these storms are going to get. But that's two different disturbances right there. That one's closer. This one's farther away. Hey, let me know if you have comments at Lookner on Twitter. Max says it might change, but that's pretty much Florida or bust. At least right now, but it's interesting to see so much agreement. It's Me Emily says never goes where the models say 6 days out, but rare they agree like that. It's odd to see so much agreement that far out. You usually don't see something like that. Let's see. Usually when you're that far out, you see something more like this. Now, I don't know if there's some certain reason that these models, I don't know, are these like similar models? I have no reason to think that, but maybe there's some particular reason that these models are more in agreement. The last piece says Miami in the scope again. Misha says can't wait. Misha I don't think she likes destruction, but she likes the idea of following a storm. Nan says nothing less in 2020. What a year. All right, hang on a second here. Let me also check. I haven't even checked my Twitter messages yet. What is this? HMB sent me this. Philip Klotzbach posted. Here's how the Atlantic hurricane season so far in 2020 stacks up with the average hurricane season through August 18th, record-setting for number of named storms and somewhat above average for hurricanes and accumulated cyclone energy. No major Category 3+ hurricanes yet this year. Major hurricanes, 2020 observed 0. 1981 to 2010 average 0.3. Hurricanes so far 2. 1981 to 2010 averaged 1.2. At this through August 18th. Peak hurricane season is September, October in the Atlantic. Let's see here. This is, you can see hurricanes and tropical storms, hurricanes in the Atlantic basin. Around September, mid-September is the peak. It looks like the peak, generally the peak is from mid-August to early October. We're right now at August 18th, so right around here. Mama of 6 says, I'm a weather nerd. Oh, and let me show you actually. So we were just talking about this, but there's actually a Weather Channel article on it too. See, 2 areas to watch in the Atlantic for the formation of a tropical depression or storm, right there. Let me show you though, the predictions for this storm and this disturbance, how strong they will get. So this is, the one that's closer is this one. Oops, sorry. That's Invest 97L. And you can see there's some, this is just a spaghetti diagram from Tropical Tidbits about where it might go, where some different models say it might go. A lot of uncertainty about that one. But in terms of how strong that will become, if we go to 97L and we look at the intensity guidance. So that is what various models, there's about 5 or 6 models there, and it's what they're saying that they think will happen with the storm. And you can see one of the models has it becoming a Cat 1 hurricane. Most of the others have it becoming a tropical storm. Now, this can shift over time. In 2 days, we might have a very different prediction for how strong this will get. But that's right now on 97, which is closer, Invest 97L, which is closer to the U.S. Current predictions are to become a tropical storm. Generally, of these models. But we'll see how those predictions develop. Now, for this one, this is that 98L, which is further away, but a bunch of the models are predicting, at least for now, it's a ways out, but a bunch of the models are predicting for now it'll end up, near Florida. In terms of how strong this is supposed to get, that's 98L, we'll go here, 98L, and we'll look at this. Now look at this. Now these models, the intensity guidance, the intensity predictions for this are a lot stronger. Look at that. One model has it becoming a Cat 5, a couple have it becoming a Cat 3, this one has it becoming a Cat 1, a number of them have it becoming a Cat 2, a number have it becoming a Cat 1. So this is very concerning. So this is this 98L. That's what a bunch of the models say it's going to do track-wise. And then that's what a bunch of the models say it's going to do intensity-wise. So at least for right now, it's looking like 98L is supposed to become the stronger of the two. So that's pretty concerning to me. Tony says, 98L I plan to watch carefully. And in terms of the timing of this 98L, you can get all these diagrams and charts at Tropical Tidbits, by the way. It's a great site. If it does take this kind of track, I mean, that's 6 days from now. That's a long time. That's 6 days from now. That's the 144 means 144 hours. 120 means 120 hours. But we don't have right now National Hurricane Center forecast tracks for these yet. Because they're not named storms yet. And they're not even tropical depressions yet. I think if they were tropical depressions, you might have National Hurricane Center maps for them. However, we do have, I think we can go and find if we go to forecast models, we can see what the American forecast model says about these. Let's look at the GFS. So this is Tropical Tidbits. Okay. Southeast U.S. Ooh. We might have to make this bigger. We might need a bigger region. Regions. Tropics. Maybe this? There's Florida. Let's see here. Is that the one we want? Okay. That's one of the, that's Invest 97L. So this is the GFS model. Oh, it's running right now. It's not even good. So this is the GFS, known as the American model, is one of the most prominent weather prediction models, and they run it several times a day. It's currently generating its forecast on its latest forecast run. So it's predicted. It's now what you can see if I make myself disappear. It's up to 96 hours. It's churning out its forecast, and it's up to 96 hours. So we can see what it says will happen as we go forward. This is the latest prediction from the American model. So if we play forward, this is interesting. Hold on. Is that, I think that's 97, Invest 97L right there, because it's below Haiti and Dominican Republic. Let's see here, 97L. It looks like that's where it is. See, it's down, 97L is down here. So I think that's it. But if we play forward the prediction, where does it go? Does it go like south? Looks like it has it going south. See, it's like down there. Oh, then it's there. Now I'm confused. This is very confusing. It's weird. It's like it's there and then it's there. And that is, what hour is that? That's at 36 hours from now. That's 36 hours from now? I'm confused. Then it's I don't know what's going on. Now it's there? I'm not really following this. Normally I can follow it better. I don't know what's going on. Then maybe that's it. Is that it right there? I'm seeing two different L's. Maybe that's it. It's a little confusing. Well, to see what the GFS says, you know what we can do this. Maybe there's like multiple systems and I'm just getting confused. What we can do is go to 97L and I think there's a thing called the GFS ensembles. Yes. This is several runs of the American forecast model, the GFS, some different runs of it with slightly different initial conditions. So the GFS, I guess they don't predict longer than this. So some of its model runs, and an ensemble is when they take a certain model and then they run. This is GEFS. No, it says GFS. Hold on. GFS ensembles. So different, from what I understand, this is different runs of the American model with slightly different initial conditions. But you can see there's some model runs that have the storm going this way. This one has it going up here. So it's unclear where this is going, where this storm is going, this disturbance is going. CMC ensembles. I think this is the Canadian model, the CMC. And then this is some different runs of that. Anyways, I could sit and go into the technical details of the different models. I don't think that's going to be that interesting for you. So what I'll just say is we're just looking at some different spaghetti diagrams of where this first one is, this closer one is going to end up. And you can see there's quite a range here, but there are a bunch of model runs that take it into the Gulf of Mexico. Hold on a second. CMC weather model. I think that's Canadian. CMC is Canadian Meteorological Center. There it is. How about GFS ensemble model? The GEFS is a weather forecast model made up of 21 separate forecasts or ensemble members. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, in addition to the main American model called the GFS model, the GFS is the basis for a lower resolution 20-member ensemble that runs concurrently with the GFS. That's called the GEFS. So I was right about what those models were, what those diagrams were representing. So anyways, again, I'm sure this will evolve over the next couple of days, but for that first system, these are what some of the models are saying about where it's going to go. There's that one. There's that one. There's that one. Now, if this first system goes into the Gulf of Mexico, you can see, it's very interesting. So look at this. This is very interesting. We showed you this. Where is it here? Which one is this? Where's 98? We showed you this, and this is a bunch of models where they predict the second system will go. And look at this. At about 144 hours, 6 days from now, these models have the storm right near Florida. Now, who knows if that's going to happen? But that's 144 hours. Look at this diagram here with the other system, 144 hours. So in theory, we could end up with a situation where 6 days from now, it wouldn't be a crazy thing, given what the predictions are. It wouldn't be a crazy thing that we could get, hang on a second here. We could have one storm right here, and then we could have another one right here. Oops, that's too thick. Let's try this thinner. There could be one right here, and there could be a second one right here. That's not a crazy outcome at the same time. But you can see, I mean, just looking at these spaghetti diagrams, that's 144 hours for that one. That's 144 hours for this one. So that's interesting. All right, let me know your thoughts about this at Lookner on Twitter. John Elliott said, look out New Orleans. I mean, it's certainly, if you're on the East Coast or in the Gulf, you need to be paying attention with these two systems. Hey, thanks, Contow Creek. Smedley says double hurricane is scary. I don't know, has that happened in the U.S.? Has there been, like, it certainly doesn't happen often. Let me just look this up and see. 2 U.S. hurricanes at same time. What is this from? No, this is from, this is from July. How many hurricanes can there be at once? Popular mechanics. I don't know if there's been simultaneous hurricanes. Impacting the U.S. at the same time. That'd be a very 2020 thing to happen. I do not know. It's me, Emily says, look up 2004. You can send me a link if you have one. Tony Del Monte says, it looks like the pink for 97L looks like the same path that Ivan took. Katrina and Ivan, were they at the same time? I don't know if they were at the same time. If you have a link showing me they're at the same time, let me know. This says Katrina and Ivan tore through the Gulf in late August 2005 and September 2004. They were not at the same time. Different years, as Nukazim says. All right, hang on a second here. Now let me show you this too. Weather Channel also talks about this. 2 areas to watch in the Atlantic for the formation of a tropical depression or storm. There are 2 areas to watch. We talked about both of these. This one is currently forecast to end up being stronger. But this could end up near Florida, according to a bunch of the models, and this could end up in the Gulf of Mexico at the same time. Tracking multiple disturbances not unusual in late August. It is not unusual to be tracking multiple disturbances in the Atlantic for tropical development this time of year. Some of these form into tropical storms and hurricanes, but many do not. And there you can see the peak season for hurricanes is around September 10th. One of our viewers said it's 2020, anything is possible. Hey Seer Joke says, have two ever hit the U.S. at the same time before? That's a great question. I do not know. Worker B says, the year that keeps on giving wouldn't really be surprising at this point. All right, so we're certainly going to keep an eye on these. Oh, hang on a second here. Give me one sec. By the way, I need to mod. Lynn G had mentioned that she wanted to moderate for this channel. She moderates on the other in Agenda Free TV. So thank you, Lynn G. Then if I see Sarah, I can make her a moderator as well, because she had mentioned she also moderates at Agenda Free TV. She'd wanted to mod here as well. I'll do that for her. There we go. Yeah, any of the Agenda Free TV YouTube moderators who want to moderate here are welcome to. There it is. Okay, so I want to ask you guys, so we've been talking about this, and we'll certainly cover this more, but we've just been going over, what the deal is with these two areas to watch, and we'll keep watching them. Again, according to National Hurricane Center, where did it go? This storm has this disturbance has an 80% chance of becoming a tropical depression within 5 days, 40% in 2 days, and this one has a 90% chance of becoming a tropical depression, a tropical cyclone, in 48 hours. This is the one that might be headed to Florida. This is the one that could end up in the Gulf of Mexico. So I just have a question for you guys. So we've been doing this test stream for AFTV2. So it seems to be working. The channel seems to be working, which is good. And so again, this is a story I think is interesting to cover, but I would normally not cover this on Agenda Free TV. Why? Because it's so far away. These things are not even tropical depressions yet. So having a second channel will let me cover a story like this. And then, in theory, if these became hurricanes, we would then move to cover them on Agenda Free TV. I didn't know your thoughts on, I know some of you watch on Periscope or Facebook. I could see a stream like this, even though it's AFTV2 on YouTube, I could see posting it on the Agenda Free TV Facebook, the Periscope, and the Twitch, because I don't think that those people will mind necessarily. But I don't know if you guys have thoughts on that. So let me know what you think. If you watch on another platform, let me know if you have thoughts about whether, it would be, if you're a Facebook viewer, would you be okay with this stream being posted on the Agenda Free TV Facebook page? Because I'm not going to create a second Facebook page. Let's see what some people say. Patty says, please do it. Cinebuild says, I'm glad you're covering it even in the early state. It could affect me here in Florida. Cheetah says, I would be fine with it being on Facebook. Terry says, the more the merrier. John Elliott says, Periscope. Tony says, on Facebook would work fine. So maybe what I'll do, I don't mind. I don't think people on Periscope, Twitch, and Facebook will mind. No, coconut shells, I'll explain tomorrow, but I can't. This is not the kind of story we cover on Agenda Free TV. And it doesn't, we have a lot of people now who've subscribed to Agenda Free TV, but they're really expecting certain kinds of stories. And you don't want to, once people are expecting one kind of thing, you don't want to give them something else. You don't want to confuse the audience. And also, there might be a few little stories I want to cover during the day on Agenda Free AFTV2. You don't want to start, flooding people with notifications on a particular channel. So I just, something like this doesn't really, to me, reach the importance of Agenda Free TV level yet. Dry Beer says, I have no problem with this being on Twitch. And I don't, there could be, I don't even know how much I'll be on AFTV2. It's just when stuff comes up. I think AFTV2 is more for when there's not like huge news to cover on Agenda Free TV. And I feel like the people who really watch the channel a lot will find the second channel. No, not really. I don't think that's lighter news. There's nothing lighter about this. This type of story we cover on Agenda Free TV just later in the process of them becoming hurricanes or tropical storms. So that's the thought. That's the thought for having AFTV2. But I'm happy to get your feedback. And some people might say, well, why don't you just cover this on Agenda Free TV? You have this big channel with all these subscribers. I don't know. I feel like Agenda Free TV, those viewers and what that channel is, it feels like a bit of a stretch to me to start talking about storms this early on Agenda Free TV. Maybe I'm wrong. Elu likes the idea. So we can, look, we're not committing to anything. I can always from day to day change how I want to do it, but I think I'd like to try it this way. Mark says landfall would be AFTV. Lynn G says developing storms for this one. C. Michelle Sparks thinks this way is better. Yeah, Christopher Lund. So if we were doing this stream if we're doing a stream on AFTV2 and like some major news event happens, then I would stop this stream and then I would go live on Agenda Free TV. That's the idea. Sarah, I saw your note about the California fires. Your suggestion has been noted. Yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. Why not do AFTV and AFTV2 at the same time? I can't be on both channels at the same time. There's only one of me. Is there a way to differentiate when you send out the AFTV alert? Well, you guys can sign up for whatever one you want. You can sign up for alerts for one or subscribe to one or not subscribe to the other. It doesn't matter. But any kind of alert will say what channel it is. So, all right, well, this seems like everything is going pretty normally here. Now, Hey Seer also says this topic may work for AFTV, but not other smaller stories. Yeah, I mean, there's other things that I thought of that just wouldn't work, I don't think, for agenda-free TV. Hello, Keisha. Keisha and anyone else who's a YouTube mod for AFTV, if you want to moderate here, just write me a note and let me know. Lulu says, I think this is a good idea. The prior channel seems to be for breaking news. Patty says, are you going to be doing multiple news stories in one stream? I do not know. But I mean, for now, I think it's going to be just a place to do more of the kind of coverage we do at Agenda Free TV. I think. All right. So I guess what I'm planning on doing is Amaroni says, I like it, not as much urgency. Angie, are you a mod though? Angie, for right now, I think you're a mod on Periscope for Agenda Free TV. Right now, the way we're doing it for the moment is, since this is a YouTube channel like Agenda Free TV, the only people modding right now are people who moderate for Agenda Free TV on YouTube, just for right now. That's the simplest way to do it at the start, because the modding will be similar to the modding on YouTube Agenda Free TV. I think now, John M., you are a mod on Agenda Free TV YouTube, correct? I get confused on all the platforms. I know Contao Creek is, so I'll have Contao Creek activate his. I think John is. I'm like 99% sure, but I just have to have it confirmed. And I think Angie's over at Periscope. Okay. Yeah, I think for the simplicity's sake, I'm sure we'll end up adding more moderators, but for right now, just for simplicity, we're sticking to just moderators who are currently on the YouTube Agenda Free TV, because they're used to doing the YouTube modding for this kind of channel. All right. Cool. All right, cool. Well, good. So I think we got done on this stream what we wanted to get done. Sounds good to me. Yeah, so now that this channel is up and running, I am planning on doing an announcement. If there's not big news tomorrow, I will go on Agenda Free TV and talk about this channel and let people know it exists and why we're doing it. And we'll go from there. We'll go from there. Oh, Keisha, I didn't see you. Did you say you wanted to do it? Keisha, did you say? Oh, you've been trying. Okay. Yeah, Keisha's one of our YouTube mods on Agenda Free TV as well. Thank you, Keisha. Okay, there you go. All right. Cool. Good. Well, I really appreciate you guys joining me for this test stream. If you have feedback on this channel, let me know. You can write to me on Twitter @Lookner. But it does look like the channel at least works for what it's worth. And yeah, so we'll just go forward. Oh, is Freckles in the chat? I didn't hear from Freckles, so. Oh, and I didn't hear from Garth either. So I might have missed them saying it. So she is, Nicole says. Okay, so Freckles, yeah, she's a mod on Agenda Free TV on YouTube, so she'll mod here as well. And I'll wait for Garth to tell me if he wants to. Nope, I think Garth does want to. Yeah, basically the modding should be basically the same here as it is on Agenda Free TV on YouTube. Oh, Ucha Kabbalah, do you want a mod here as well? Okay. Here you go. All right. Cool. Cool, guys. Good. And then after doing a certain amount of broadcasts, you need like 4,000 hours, 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. 4,000 watch hours. So we'll do enough broadcasts, and then we'll have the watch hours. Let's see here. Stream isn't hidden. Stream comes up. It's coming up in my subscriber feed. I subscribe to the channel on a different account just to see if it works, and it comes up in the feed. You might not be able to search. I don't know if you search YouTube if you'll find this stream because it's such a new channel. It's possible with such a new channel that they don't even put the stream. Hang on a sec here. Let's see here. It's possible the stream doesn't show up in search if it's like a brand new channel. Yeah, you can't. This stream does not show up in search, but it does show up in subscription. In the subscription notifications. So my guess is just that. Literally, it's the stream just got this channel just got live streaming activated like 5 hours ago. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if they take a little while to start showing your channel in the search. Not the channel, I mean the broadcast. The channel shows up in search, but the broadcast doesn't show up in search right now. But I can see it if they hide it, what happens, it just disappears from the subscription feed. So I'm looking at the subscription feed right now and I see it. Yeah, they need to vet the content, exactly. All right, cool. All right, awesome. Well, I really appreciate you guys. Emeroni says define watch hours. One person watching for an hour is 1 watch hour. So for 4,000 watch hours, you need 4,000 person hours of watching. Okay, cool. Great, awesome. Well, thanks, guys. This has been good. It seems to work. And thank you, Cliff Padilla. Thanks to all of our mods. And thanks, everybody, for subscribing. And, yeah, we'll just we'll keep going. Thanks for saying thanks, Tony Del Monte, Rob, and Greg. Curly Q, Terry, Freckles, Cliff Padilla, Ostazi, Tony Del Monte, Keisha, Garth R. Garth says you can watch 2 or 3 times. That's interesting. I don't know how that works. Maybe if you watch again because you genuinely want to watch it again, I don't know. Maybe it does add to the watch hours. It might. Garth, do you want a mod on this channel? Let me know. I missed it if you said it. Thanks, Coconut Shells. And we'll be following these systems as well. Thank you, Fahrenheit. Super Tom. And while we're not monetized on this channel, if you're ever watching and you do want to make a donation, you can do it at agendafree.tv. And I check my email during the broadcast and it'll come up there and I'll give you a shout out like Meg did. So thank you, Meg H, for donating. Oh, okay. Garth is going to mod too. Thanks, Garth. I'm glad you like the background, Melissa. Thank you, MS, for watching. Lulu. C. Michelle Sparks. Thanks, Elu, for watching. Carol Reed. Sonic. DJ, I'm glad you got the notification. Thank you, Nicole. Wilson. Go Blue. Thank you guys for helping me test the channel out. Charles Goki. Jeff Frederick. Baby Shark. The mic was a bit loud. Oh, it's weird. Why is the mic loud? You know, it's weird. It's sometimes I think I sit closer, especially when I'm reading the chat. So it depends on where my mouth is and where I am. Thanks, Yolan. Thank you, Cats Go Nuts. Thomas Darwin. Terry. J. Marie. John Elliott. Thank you. Joe Cool. Dr. Memes. Beth Stannard. Dean Smith. Charity Loves Elvis. Freckles Paula Faust. Garth. Cheetah Charm. Thank you. And A. Maroney. Cool. All right, I'm excited to do some more content. Tammy Lance, thank you. All right, Uchikabala, Mark Helton, thanks. Thanks everybody for joining the stream. It was good. It's good to test it. Good to get your feedback. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up this live stream. We will certainly have more on all of our channels. Oh, I got to see if I can add this channel. I have to have all the channels linked to each other, like on this page. You know, right now on the Lookner channel, it's linked to Agenda Free TV. On Agenda Free TV, there's a link to Lookner. This is such a new channel, I might not be able to do that yet, but I will check. Thanks, Flora Kagan. Tion, Lynn Downey. Thanks so much for coming by, everybody. I appreciate that. Misha, John M., Darren Markley. And Sage T Radio. All right, guys. I'm wrapping up. Read is real. Thanks for joining. And C. Michelle Sparks. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm signing off. I am signing off. Hold on a second here. Oh, a bunch more people subscribed. That's nice. We're close to the 1,000. That's very nice. Good. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Marlene Kolsar, thanks for watching. Cheetah Charm. and Patty Schonbein and Shells Bells and MS. All right, guys, I am wrapping it up right now. We'll definitely be doing more coverage on this channel and Agenda Free TV and more videos on the Lookner channel too. So more videos, more live streams coming at you. All right, thanks guys so much. I really appreciate you helping me test out the channel, and we'll have more coverage soon. All right, have a good night or good day wherever you are around the world. We'll see you soon.